Hello, my friends. Welcome to Lindy's Magpie Reads. I'm starting to feel like I'm out of practice making videos, so this is going to be a quick one talking about one book, Canon by Lee Lai. I had this book out from the library the idea that I had was that I would use it in my a video for Trans Day of Visibility, which is March 31st. But number one, there was a waiting list at the library. And number two, after I got my hold, it was announced to be on the short list of the Carol Shields Prize. That's an award for books written by women and trans non-binary writers in the US and Canada. So, Canon. It's a graphic novel. Lee Lai is an Asian Australian of Chinese heritage. They're trans, non-binary, and they have lived in Canada for about a decade. Their previous graphic novel was Stone Fruit, which won awards, many accolades. I loved it, and I adored Canon. Oh, this book is so good. In addition to being longlisted for the Carol Shields Prize, the short list, by the way, is going to be announced April 21, so just in another 3 weeks or so. It is also currently longlisted for the Stella Prize in Australia, another prize for women authors, and it's shortlisted for at least 4 other awards. So I'm not the only one who loves this. So, the central character is Canon, and she is having mental health issues. Her best friend is Trish. They are both queer Chinese Canadians, and they became friends when they were still young girls in Quebec. So this book opens with an explosive scene. Canon is having a nervous breakdown, and she is smashing and destroying everything in this restaurant after hours. This is a place where she works as a line cook. And then the story goes into what led up to that point and the aftermath. There's so much subtlety in the character portrayals here, the dynamics of a long-term friendship changes over time. There's the working relationship in the high pressure of a restaurant kitchen with a new owner who is quite a sleaze. There are family responsibilities. So Canon is looking after her aging Gung, her grandfather, and trying to get her mother to be more involved in his care. He's a difficult man and hardly capable of living on his own anymore, but the healthcare workers are quitting all the time because he's so difficult. And all this is happening during a boiling hot summer in Montreal. So in the artwork, it's mostly black and white, but red is used to such good effect. So for example, Trish and Canon often watch horror movies together, and scenes from the horror movies are often all in red, and Canon's emotions are often shown with red. Another thing, she sees magpies everywhere that nobody else sees. And these magpies are kind of a representation of her internal landscape. So most of the time they're just kind of sitting around everywhere. But when she gets agitated, you see them fluttering. She is known for being a cool cucumber. She's usually so calm. So when she reaches that boiling point, it's quite shocking, not only to herself, but to everyone around her. Some of the other details in the way that text and pictures are portrayed on the page. You can see how Trish keeps interrupting Cannon when she's speaking, so the speech balloons overlap. Can you tell that I highly recommend this graphic novel? Do check it out. And I also want to take this opportunity to talk about magpies on book covers. I have been collecting when I notice that there's a magpie on a book cover. I've mentioned this before on my channel. So I am going to end this video with a kind of montage, collage of a recent ferry trip from Viktoria to Pender Island, and I'll use it as the background as I insert magpies images from book covers. So I started this channel when I lived in Edmonton, and at that time it was considered the magpie capital, and now even it's more official. I learned that in May last year, Edmonton's official bird is the magpie. I live on Vancouver Island now, and I have not seen any magpies here, but there you go. I'm still Lindy's Magpie Reads. I'll start with books by Edmonton authors. Insomnia Bird by Kelly Shepard is a collection of poetry about life forms coexisting in contemporary urban environments. Office Tower Tales by Alice Major. It's a novel in verse about a group of people who all work in the same building, and it draws on Chaucer and Greek mythology and Thousand and One Nights. It's gorgeous literary. Love Letters of the Angels of Death by Jennifer Quist. This is about modern Mormon experience in family life, or especially a marriage, I think. I haven't read it, although I did read her book Sistering and enjoyed it. And one last one is The Annual Migration of Clouds by Premee Mohamed. And this is set in Edmonton post-climate disaster. A few other Canadian covers include Pull of the Stars by Emma Donoghue. This is historical fiction set in a Dublin hospital during the flu epidemic about 100 years ago. These Wings by Kim Fahner is also a poetry collection. And Birds on the Brain by Uma Krishnaswami is children's fiction, and this one is set in India. Now, magpies are known for collecting bright, shiny objects, which is another reason why I called my channel Magpie Reads. This picture book, More, is by IC Springman, illustrated by Brian Lees. It's about a magpie who collects things. Magpies do have different symbolic meanings depending on where you are in the world. And in Western cultures, they often represent bad luck or, doom. So here are some more covers. Magpie by Elizabeth Day. This is a British thriller. Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz. Obviously, murder mystery. And All the Little Bird Hearts by Victoria Lloyd Barlow is another one set in England. We're going over to Australia now. We'll start with The Axeman's Carnival by Catherine Chidgey. This one has several different covers, all with magpies, which is not surprising because the central character is Tama, the magpie chick that's rescued by farmers, and he can speak, and he has a lot to say about what humans are doing in the world, I think. I haven't read this one. The Death of Dora Black by Lainie Anderson. This is a petticoat police mystery, the first in the series. Ruby Moonlight by Ali Cobby Eckermann is about the impact of colonization in South Australia in 1880. And the cover that has a magpie is actually the French translation by Mireille Vignol. And one more Australian one is a children's book, Leave Taking by Lorraine Marwood. Now, in Chinese culture, magpies represent joy and connection, according to Lee Lai. And they have a similar meaning in Korean culture. So here's a series by Korean diaspora writers, including Advocate by Eddie Ahn. This is a memoir. He's a Korean-American lawyer and social activist. Folklorn by Angela Mi Young-hur. This is a genre-defying novel of scientific discovery, Korean mythology, and family bonds. Oxford Soju Club by Jin-woo Park. There are spies from North Korea and South Korea and a Korean-American spy, and they all interact in this novel that is set in Oxford, England. One Left by Kim Soom, translated by Bruce and Ju-chan Fulton, is about a former comfort woman under Japanese occupation in Korea, and this woman's now in her 90s. So there are some magpie books for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please do say hello in the comments down below and let me know if you've read canon. Let me know what you think. And also, if you know of other book covers with magpies on them, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Happy reading, everybody. Bye for now.